Anyway, guys, what I wanna, I think it's good that we work a little together, right? So when I say two new coins, it's actually two new ecosystems. And, it can't be me doing all the work because I got lots of shit to look, to do, especially here with my own personal situation. So we gotta do a little, work together. So we're gonna go in and look at those two coins that I think. I mean, one of them we already own, the other one we're getting in. And I wanted to share, but I think it's kind of like the gateway to a huge ecosystem or two. Anyway, that's what we're going to talk about. It's not going to be so long today because it is Sunday, right? So let's get started. And I think it goes a little something like this. I want to welcome you to Crypto Never Sleeps on this Sunday evening. In case you're new to this channel, you want to stay on top of the crypto world, but then please hit like, smash, and subscribe so that you can be notified every time we upload new videos so that you can, and this is important to me, protect your wealth, preserve your wealth, and ultimately increase your wealth. My name is Nico Arachi, and I'm the host of the littlest crypto channel on the interweb. That's how that goes. But first things first, loud and clear. Thank you, blockchain bully. So what are we seeing here? I mean, we're just gonna go quick, right? It's like almost like 30,000. You know what is nice is, now we're above those 30,000. Not a whole lot has happened, right? Where we are, we're up. I want to say 0.04%. Yeah, that truly shows not a lot is happening. However, Ethereum 2,100 holding a little bit more above that 2,000 symbolic, I would say, number. And what do we have here? We got Cardano at 45. Wow, it has moved. I remember we were talking a lot about 36, right? And then Polkadot is kind of like the lucky. It's kind of like the lucky loser, or just it's gonna be slightly delayed. Remember, I still think those beautiful dots. They're gonna see. The time of light and day anyway. Now, since it's Sunday, right? I mean, this is a beautiful day to look at. Today, it's really a beautiful day to look at the weekly with, of course, the 7-day moving average. And now the only thing, now let's scroll up. So we can see here, we are clearly holding above. And try to remember this candle here, this weekly candle. Is quite good. You will see, because we're gonna just look briefly at the Wyckoff model also. Now, the only thing that we could say is, I mean, look at this volume down here, right? I mean, the last 3 weeks has been very, very, very low volume. Very low volume. I mean, on the other hand, but as long as we, and this was just another strong week that we closed above the 7-day moving average. Now, if we're gonna, I mean, I could imagine that we're gonna see some pullback, but yeah, no, I do believe, because we got probably we could go back to somewhere between, I don't know, 27,000 maybe. But remember, I don't think much about short-term trading, but it's always good to keep this as an indication. And what this very, very low volume here means, let's see. It's Easter, that's why, but it hasn't been Easter for 3 weeks, right? I mean, that's another thing. I mean, well, if you take the Christian and then the Orthodox and so on, we'll get there to 2 weeks almost. So here we go, Ethereum. Scroll out here. You see, with the volume here, let me just put it down here. With the volume here, no, I mean, Ethereum looks looks stronger. I really think Ethereum also has to come. Not has to come. I think it's gonna come. I think Ethereum is really gonna explode. Remember, Ethereum is the settlement layer, the foundation of the future of finance. So another thing, it's time to see who is here. Enough of technical analysis. Who's up for a little bit chitty chatty? Oh, so who do we have here? I can see we got Ron Jeremy up late Sunday. We got 18. I mean, then we are all on track. We got Dan here. I love James McLaughlin. How are you doing? Ready to earn? Let's go, 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 go. Yeah, like Ivan always says. Selling now is crazy. Get your 2 to 2.5x and then take your investment back. You know, we all have different investment philosophies. And my soul brother Shahid. Dennis is here. Good to see you. And then we got Crypto Dax. Crypto Dachshund, welcome to this little show of ours, the smallest crypto channel on the interweb. Crypto Alley, it's good to see you boys is here. Crypto Charlie, and where's Blockchain Bully? Yeah, please hit the like. And Crypto Goggy, we need, since we're 18 people watching, we should come on now, we need 18 likes. This is really funny, being the smallest YouTube channel on the interweb. Anyway, we just get this away and then let's start, since better we do it quick. Now, the 2 coins, we're gonna do it. No, let's just first have a little look at the market and then we'll go into it, because I also want to, see what is happening. What is happening actually? Boom, boom. So just run over. Thomas is here also good. So obviously I just want to have a look at our watch list here. It's actually here also interesting to see over the last 7 days, right? Ethereum has done very well, very well. Binance also 11%, and today 4%. We got XRP. I know some of you are hoping for XRP. We know that. Just remember, market cap of 26 billion. And that was another thing. Remember, last week we were talking just a little bit about XRP, and it was nice to see that they have won Montenegro's central bank. Now that's a fine move. Just remember, Montenegro is the second smallest economy in Europe, in the world. I don't know. It's tiny, teeny weeny. And so the question goes to, did Brad Garlic Bread, did he go in there and bribe the governor of Montenegro's central bank? I don't know. I mean, we know they got a rumor for bribing, a little bit here and a little bit there. Because one thing is sure, XRP, they got many coins in the right pocket and in the left pocket. I don't know, but and also please don't forget that the Montenegro central bank is obviously, Montenegro is a part of the European Union. It's a part of, basically the euro. But nevertheless, it looks good. Let's see. Just remember, 26 billion market cap. It's a lot. So where we go here. Cardano has been doing good, as we know, 45 cents. I think it's a good thing. Doge on 8th place, up 9% over the last 7 days. Let's just scroll over this a little bit quicker. So what do we got here? We got Polygon. Yeah, flat. Solana up 5%. Now, a lot of people, might think talking about Solana could be coming, and perhaps, and I also got to say, we have some Radium tokens that we've been holding and we've been staking, but I do think that at least on this channel we're going to emphasize less on the Solana ecosystem. Now, we're still going to hold our Radiums because they're down 99% and we bought them in cheap and so on. But I think there are other ecosystems that might have more potential. Polkadot, what we got here? No real news there for Polkadot. And Shiba Inu and I don't know, Shiba Inu's time is going to come. It's nice to see so much green, isn't it? Especially when we look over the 7 days. Look at it. I also like when Solana goes up, means Radium goes up. That means Serum goes up, the top protocols. What do we have as a Uniswap? Remember, Uniswap is everywhere. Stellar. Don't underestimate the power of Stellar. If you actually go in and look at the transactions, what is actually happening on the blockchain, Stellar is doing not so bad. Bitcoin is also a lot of development action in terms of building, setting up infrastructure. I like Filecoin. I like what I'm seeing there. VeChain, I think, will come. We love it. Algorand, we love that, of course, too. A graph is going to make everyone happy. That's just a matter of time. And not even a long time. What else do we have? There's also quite a lot of, development action on Decentraland. Not bad. Aave everywhere. Remember, we know that. Theta's gonna come in, I would say, the second wave. I think Chile's too in the second wave. Curve is everywhere. Because we are gonna talk a little bit about other ecosystems. So the first ecosystem. I know when I announce a coin, I should also say it, but just give me a second here. Then we got Maker. Let's scroll down quick and see. Injective Protocol has been doing very well also, huh? Dogecoin Rune was really my favorite coin of 2021. I still like it, but there's a lot of competition. Times changes, And we gotta see if Thor Chain Room still has the potential. We really need to do some proper analysis. But from what I'm, initially what I'm seeing, I don't know. It's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad. I don't know if it has the same, let's say, wow and potential, and in terms of what the Thor Chain Rune ecosystem, are they still going to be able to be this complete interoperable ecosystem that it was supposed to, or that it, is going to be, and compared with the competition. So we need to have a look at that. Singularity Net, of course, we love, and it's been around for a long time, one of the biggest under Cardano ecosystem, even though there's not a lot going on Cardano, right? 1inch, remember, the aggregator of all decentralized exchanges. Just think about, I always like to point this out about 1inch, because remember, everything we do today in the traditional business world is we most likely, all of us, we all use aggregators, right? We want to buy a holiday, we want to buy a car, we want to buy insurance, we want to buy a wife, a whore, a prostitute. We all go into aggregators. And no, I mean, can't say those words, right? And that reminds me, remember, everything I say and do is not financial advice. It is important. I don't know shit about prostitutes nor crypto. Anyway, but I think that, no, not anyway, 1inch, still very much down. And even though we are seeing trading volume increasing in the ecosystem, I still think that, that we got the first tier blue chips that's gonna increase in value, as we have spoken about, and then I think there's the second tiers, and the second tiers are very good. I mean, like 1inch, it's the market leader when it comes to being an aggregator about decentralized exchanges. So, but still, if we look at it here, let's see here, still down a lot, right? Still 92% down from its all-time high. I mean, that's good. It's good. I remember when I was talking back in the day, and I was saying we're gonna buy top quality coins at 50 to 90%, 50 to 80%. I mean, I didn't know that we were gonna have such a window of opportunity. Let's see. Let's see here. Can we find 1inch here? I like this site if in case you need it. It is, Coin.Live, and it's very nice because you can go in there and you can see where the potential is the highest. Let's see. Inch. As we also spoke last time, it's actually good to look here. You can see 1inch still 1,300, almost 1,400% if it's, to past all-time high. Remember, as we're going up, these extraordinary high numbers are obviously going to go down. So it is, I hope you guys have been able to enter. And what else do we have? Compound. I mean, Compound, that it's down at number 119. From my point of view, there's so much potential, and I do rate Compound as one of the top quality blue chip tokens that, is in the first tier. That it's right next to Audios, between Terra Luna. I mean, we got to take Terra Luna away from the watch list. That simply doesn't work there. A star. Let me just see. I think that's about it. Scale up 20%. Scale has been doing good. Remember, we need to talk more about scaling. Cartesi. Now that's something. That's something that also makes me happy. I mean, Cartesi. Wow, 45% today. And actually, let's go in on Binance and see what's going on. Cartesi, because also speaking too little about this, but we've been holding on to Cartesi for a long time. I mean, always been happy. I know that Shahidi knows we were talking a lot about Cartesi back in the day. So look at this. Here we're looking at the weekly also, but let's go ahead and look at the daily. No reason to the daily here. That looks, if you look at it like this, it just made a hockey stick today. It made a hockey stick on one day, 45%. I think that even though we have really been speaking way too little about Cartesi, I think that there is huge potential. They have been doing good, and we really need to talk more about that. So remember, it's not financial advice at all. But I think it's So there's another coin that I really wanted to mention. Let's go in and look at our. No, I just wanna. Sorry, guys. I hope it's okay because I'm also like looking, and you know, I didn't have time all day, so we're doing this a little bit together. We can see Radium is up 15% over the last 7 days. That's obviously because Solana has been doing good. And there was a report from Messari, you know, talking very good, nice things about Solana, and it's very good and very good. So I think that's gonna also push it. But I don't know. Now remember Mantra DAO, OM, this is actually, I think this is as much, you know, since we are such a little channel here, right? We can't really front run anyone. We can't, you know, I can say what we buy because we're not really going to move the market. I'm going to tell you guys, I mean, we own a lot of Mantra DAO. Remember, we also added that back in, when was it, 2021? No, 2020, I don't know, before the last cycle. And we did very good here. Now, I have to say one thing. Why am I optimistic on Mantra DAO? You remember when we had the crisis? We had the crisis with the, you know, the Terra ecosystem, and also with the, you know, with the Terra stablecoin. And Mantra DAO, they were affected, right? So you could go in there and you could, you know, in their vaults, you could farm, or you could basically lend out certain tokens and receive interest. And that whole thing fell apart. And I had, not me, but Betty, she had around $300,000 in Mantra DAO. Now, after the Terra crash, I thought that money is gone. We're never going to get anything back. I got to tell you something, guys. Mantra DAO, they have, I mean, they have really set up I would say a payback model, and I'm going to talk more, well, I'm going to make a video about that, but we're getting all our money back, and it looks like, and we're getting all our money back. That's why I have said before that I think that if you guys can get Mantra DAO at 0.030, now that's a top buy. But now we're already, you know, at 38. But I do expect that the market's going to pull back, and of course we're going to see some volatility. Now, if I were you guys, I'm telling you, at whatever 3 cent is a sure thing. But I think that Mantra DAO can be a little secret here on our channel. So okay, let's just quickly see if anybody has any questions before. A one-way trip out of my country. Which country are you in, James? Let me know. My Atom is doing marvelous. It's good to hear. That's good. Cryptostan is here. Good to see you. I like it here Sunday evening, the littlest channel. Okay, guys. So the 2 coins that I really wanna, you know, that we need to talk about and we need to add to our portfolio. Speaking about our portfolio, so we just have is I forgot it. No, it's Arbitrum and Optimism. I think it is 2 layer 2 scaling solutions or ecosystems or protocols. And let's take a look at why I think that they have currently potential. We're not going to talk so much about Optimism today. Well, a little bit more about Arbitrum. But let's have a look. And let's start here, you know. So first, I mean, I think you know. I hope you know what Arbitrum is, right? It's that's maybe a good question. If you don't know what Arbitrum is, then let's have let's start there for those who doesn't know. There's actually there was a good article from Ben Singer, and I will let's do this one. What am I? Sorry, guys. Well, it was here a second ago. Here we go. So what is Arbitrum? Well, you know, and I like this example. Well, first of all, it's a layer 2 scaling solution, right? So Arbitrum has already demonstrated scalability and efficiency by briefly surpassing Ethereum in daily transactions. Now that's something we're going to look at in a second. So what is a layer 2 scaling protocol, let's say. And I like this example they have given here. So think about Ethereum as a busy highway with limited lanes for traffic. Yeah. So as the number of users and transactions on the highway increase, the traffic gets congested and slow, leading to higher fees and longer wait time. So layer 2 scaling solutions such as Arbitrum act as alternate routes, providing additional lanes that enable more traffic to move through quickly and seamlessly. And these alternate routes are built above the main roadway but remain connected to the main, ensuring the same level of security and trust for all users. So Arbitrum is really one of these layer 2 models where we can say things are going to be faster, they're going to be cheaper, and that's basically what we are looking for, right? But speaking about, so it is considered a blockchain, right? So I wanted to go in, and here we can see the largest blockchain, and it's important that we look at the total value locked in. Now, usually when people, they talk about the money, the total value locked in on blockchains, they usually always go to DeFi Llama, and that's also good. And we can see here, number one, DeFi Llama. I like in this today to use Coin Market Cap, even though it is the same, the numbers more or less. But what we have here on the right is one thing I like better on CoinMarketCap, because that's kind of the number, the market cap, divided by total value within the blockchain or this ecosystem, and that's important. So first we got the protocols now. So let's look at Arbitrum. Arbitrum is currently ranked number 4 when it comes to the total value locked in, right? So they got 2.6 billion of money in their ecosystem, and they currently got 303 protocols on Arbitrum. Now, of course, it matters that you have, the more protocols you have, you probably would assume that you have more money, but it's actually, you will see that on most of these, both layer 2 and other ecosystems, blockchains, you will recognize some of the same names that are the big ones when it comes to Ethereum. So I don't think it's not necessarily the amount of protocols, but of course, we are all waiting for mass adoption, right? And in order to get mass adoption, we are waiting for all these traditional companies to migrate onto the blockchain. So which of these blockchains is going to really get most of the traditional companies that are migrating? Because this is what we are waiting for. We are waiting for mass adoption, and mass adoption means more money coming in. But currently, we look at Arbitrum, and we can see that they got total value locked in at 2.6 billion. But they only have a market cap of 2 billion. So for example, if we look at Polygon, that we all know, right? We all know Polygon. Polygon has only 1.4 billion in total value locked in. But their market cap is 5 times bigger than Arbitrum's, even though Arbitrum has more than 1 billion more locked in. So remember, I said we should look at the number here on the right, which is market cap divided by total value. So we can see that the lower it is, you could, you could say it's undervalued compared to its peers. So the lower the number, the higher the potential reward is. So we can see with Polygon, right, with 1.4 billion locked in, market cap of 10 billion, there we got it a number of 7.5, right? But if you look at Arbitrum, it's only 0.8. I mean, the market cap, potentially, if we should compare it to Polygon, it should explode. Now, as I said, I also like optimism. We will talk a little bit more about optimism tomorrow, but optimism has 1.1 billion value locked in and only a market cap of 843 million. And then we can see this number here, value divided by market cap, 0.75. Very low also. Optimism also a layer 2 solution on Ethereum. We were there since the beginning on optimism. So let's look at Solana. Solana has been around for a long time, only has 112 protocols. I mean, we know Solana's been around a long time compared to Optimism and Arbitrum. But Solana only has 600 million total value locked in, but has a market cap of 9.4 billion. Actually having one of the highest ratios of market cap total value locked in. which again, this is where we go a little bit in the XRP region. Are they really going to be able to completely outperform the market? I don't think so. I'm not optimistic on Solana, but hell yeah, I'm optimistic on Arbitrum and optimism. Anyway, so what you can is that now we move on to DeFi Llama. Here you can also see, what we just saw there. But then let's go in and you can press, for example, you want to go into the Arbitrum ecosystem alone. And there we can see 2.3 billion logged in. Then you can go down and then you can see the protocols that are holding the largest amount of money within the Arbitrum ecosystem. And here we can say it's GMX. The second largest is Uniswap, right? So that's why I said you're going to recognize some names because they're all across. Then we got Aave is also there, right, with 134. We got Sushi. I mean, there are also some others, but we don't have to. And we got Curve, Balancer. We got Beefy. I'm just saying, so here we can go in and we will look at these underlying protocols within the ecosystem at another time. Because obviously, if we find some of these good tokens within the ecosystem that has a lot of potential, we probably can, increase our risk reward potential, let's say. So here we can say, yeah, on Arbitrum, the biggest one is GMX and then Uniswap and Radiant. Now let's go in and I also wanted to look at that on Optimism. Because Optimism only has around 1 billion. And we can see that the biggest one is Velodrome, I don't know, which is, a decentralized exchange. Then we got Synthetics as the second largest protocol on Optimism. Also, I said it's one of the top coins we know. Uniswap again on third place. Aave again, wow. So maybe we should also look at Beefy because it seems to me that Beefy is also all around the place. And then we got Curve and, then the, others that are probably also good. I just, we're not going to talk so much about them today. All I wanted to point out is I do believe that I think these two layer 2 ecosystem solutions I think they're gonna attract a lot of money in this third cycle. Now, I also wanted to we can see here, this is Ethereum, and we can see that Ethereum daily transaction, this is the main chain of Ethereum. We can see that if we go here on 15th of April, we had total transactions of slightly above 1 million. If we look at Arbitrum, and we go in today, 15th, we can see 1.3 million transactions. Now, of course, it's cheaper on Arbitrum. It's cheaper, it's faster. But let's say, Arbitrum hasn't been around for that long, right? And they are already, doing more transactions than Ethereum. They got more money in terms of TVL than many of, they are ranked number 4, but the market cap is, I think there's a lot of potential. That's all I got to say about that. And now we're finished. So let's go and see if anybody wants to chit chat and then we can call it Sunday. Oh, guys, that's it. So let's see here. It's risky with ARP having 43 designated to its investors and team. That is true. And you are right, James. You are very right. Now, for those of you who are maybe unaware what James is talking about, they just, well, Arbitrum, they had a vote, let's say. So there was a proposal issued that that the foundation, they wanted to exchange, I think it was 700 million Arbitrum tokens, which would roughly be equivalent to around, I don't know, $1 billion. And they wanted to, so they set that up for a vote. And if I understand correctly, they already allocated that money and the vote came in. And so it was kind of like, the token holders, they were overruled, which is, of course, not a good thing. I read all about that, and my opinion on this is, of course, that goes against. No, it doesn't. I mean, when we talk about decentralized, like about DAOs, right? Decentralized autonomous organizations, when we talk about smart contracts, of course, the essence of it all is that they would not be able to launch a proposal, and nobody would be able to distribute the tokens or the money until the vote would have been executed, and based on the smart contract, how the token holders would vote, then it would, the smart contract would decide to keep the money or release the money. And here we got an example of that the vote was more let's say, they forgot they forgot to follow their own rules. On the other hand, I mean, on the other hand, if we were today to be, as investors, if we wanted to be so diligent and thorough, well, then I can tell you, then the cryptocurrency industry is not for us. Because that's why I always start the stream with, let's have a look at the level of market manipulation. Everything is being manipulated here. Everything. And the decentralized autonomous organizations is only a cover-up for the elite who will ultimately own everything. So when those whale accounts that are big and holding and ultimately deciding where synthetics is going, where compound is going, where Aave is going, where, I forgot one of them, Maker, I mean, it's the big whales. It's the same people controlling our current financial system. Now, I think that was a glitch. Of course, they're gonna fix that in order to keep the, let's say, to keep the show alive. That next time there's gonna come another proposal, and then they will wait until we got the majority of the token holders voted in their favor. But ultimately, you can be damn sure that on all these protocols, that the majority of the votes are already held by, the whales and anonymous, or whatever you want to call it. So, I mean, it is still. I mean, this could call for a very long and deep discussion. But I think that, as I always said, we are here to make money, and the cryptocurrency ecosystem is still very inefficient and is still very immature. But that, increases the risk reward potential for us. So that's why I think that Arbitrum has something. And Polygon, yes, of course, but I think if you look at the numbers, I mean, to me it screams opportunity. But let's see. So that's it, guys. Yeah, like Dennis said, governance didn't go so well. That's like with me and my wife, right? I put up a proposal, and she votes against it, and we still do what I want. I mean, that's how it is in crypto, and that's how it is in our house. Anyway, guys, that's it. I hope it was worth something, and I'm gonna wish you a lovely Sunday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. And what is it? No, I'm late present. Please give us 1,000 X tokens. Money man. Well, yeah, I mean, that's easy. I mean, Crust network, I think, has a lot of potential. Yeah, that's I think Pocket, I think, is also good. I think Graph, of course. I mean, right now it's still some of the bigger ones, right? But I mean, just be here, and that's it. Leisure Taylor. Right with you, James. Everybody agrees here tonight with James. That's it, guys. We are finished. So I'm just chit-chatting a little bit away. So that's it. Man, God, I love all of you. I love all of you. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow. Love you so much. All this love, right? So much love.